Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by today. So today we're going to get started on my Easter window. It is March 19th, just as a point of reference for, I don't know when you're going to be watching this. So St. Patrick's Day just passed, today is St. Joseph's Day, and Easter this year is April 20th. So there's plenty of time in there for the Easter stuff to be up. Now I'm not going to do much anywhere, but I do like to make a whimsical window to bring in the season. So I'm going to be doing bunnies in there and carrots and whatnot. So I know a lot of people don't have a window like this, but you could do this kind of arrangement somewhere else. So you just might like to see it. So let's get started. You see already what I have here is I made a little bit of a riser for my bunny crew to sit on, and I used a green grass carpet on it to welcome in the idea of spring. So as you can see, and for those of you who know me, you know I use this a lot. I got a piece from Home Depot. It was like a 5x8 piece, and I cut it up and I use it for a variety of things. And it really works well in this window because if it does shed, because sometimes it sheds these little black things from the bottom of this, who cares? It's in the window. All right, so let me get started arranging my bunnies. The first one in will be Farmer Rabbit right here. Look how cute he is with his corduroy coveralls and his little lilac bow tie and his little rake, and there's a basket. Now, I'm not sure yet. It's either going to have eggs in it or carrots in it or flowers in it. I didn't decide yet, but he's going to be the first one in. And there he is. Now I have this space in the front, so I'm going to put some smaller rabbits in there because what I try to do is give a layering effect, right? You want to have the height in the back, and then you want to come down towards the front, and it gives it dimension, depth, and whatnot. Okay, so next. This guy is next. Look how cute he is with his spotted egg and his carrot and his cute little vest. And I'm also going to put this guy in with these nice big floppy ears. And I'm going to add these lights, these eggs, which light up. Someplace, I'll figure it out. To make sure these guys stand exactly where I want them and nice and straight, I use 22 gauge floral wire, and you can see it right in there. You'll never see it from outside. You barely see it from inside. So I wrapped it around the basket and then up around his sleeve. And then this one over here, I decided to make him stand up. So what I did was I put the floral wire around his leg to this, and again, you'll never see it. And I know he'll stay secure right where I want him. I decided I wanted the lights somehow in the front of this right here. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to cover up these disgusting wires. I have an idea. But anyway, what I did was I made a little slit here in the rug, and it comes down and it goes over to the power source so I don't see that wire. A little bit less wire for me to cover up. But at least the lights are there, so now I can continue adding in more bunnies. Next in is this little piggy right here. Look how cute with her little hat. I have to fix it, and her hair, I have to fix it, and a little dress. And I have this little rabbit kind of holding on to her, sitting here. I have to fix them better, but I like to put those right in the middle. All right, I put the lights in there. Okay, can you see that? And now I'm going to cover up these wires a little bit using this Easter basket hay. It's a pain, it makes a mess, but it's the best thing I think I can use for this. And you see, I just covered up the wires using that Easter basket hay. Next thing in on each side, what I'm going to do is I'm putting these, let me step back so you can take a look at the whole thing. So these were tall glass vases, and I wrapped them very slowly with ribbon, yarn, orange yarn. And every here and there, I put a little dab of hot glue so that it would hold. So I wrapped it all the way up. Then these lines here, to make it look like a carrot, I just used some marker there. Then I wrapped one of these spaghetti rabbits that I got in the Dollar Zone, and I put some of this moss up here, and then one of these from the Dollar Tree. And I have the little boy one here, and I had a little girl one right here, and I'm going to put those on each side of that arrangement that I'm making in the middle there. I put one on this side right here, one on this side right here. Now, to make it really whimsical and a little bit funny, what I decided to do was I had made these carrots. I used paper toweling, right? And then I used masking tape to make the shape of the carrot. And then I wrapped it with the orange yarn, the same one I used on those vases. And then I drew the lines in to make it look like a carrot. And then I hot glued these in. Those were from the Dollar Tree. So now what I'm doing is I'm using some floral wire, and I'm making a little hook on here. And then I'm going to use nylon thread to create, it looks like a floating rabbit, kind of like it's raining down on the other rabbits. It needed a little something, so I'm choosing to put these two fir trees, one on each side. I put some lights in them. They look like Christmas right now, but I'm going to try to get away from that Christmas look very quickly. So next thing, to add a little whimsical kind of a look, I'm going to use these picks that I got in some dollar store. I don't know where they're from. They're pink and blue, very Easterish looking, so it'll add whimsy to those trees. Next, I'll put in these eggs, lilac, pink, that's pink, and blue. And, it's really going to be difficult to see them through the window, but I know they're there, and you can see them from the inside, so it was important for me to finish it off. So, I didn't go crazy. It's just really simple. It's those picks and a few eggs like that, and I added some green from the, the Christmas tree shape. And then I just scattered some eggs around the bottom. All right, so let's take a look at it from outside. Now remember, it's for a window, so things don't have to be as perfect as it would be if I was going to, do this in the house. So here it is from the outside. And like I said, you might not have a window like this, but, or you might, and I know we're always thinking about budget, especially now, and I'll tell you, I didn't spend 1 cent on this because I had everything, and I made stuff, and most of it is dollar store stuff. So again, you don't have to have something, you don't have to have like this really high-end stuff, especially something like this. It just looks cute for in the window. It just is festive. It gives the spirit of the season, and it's cute. That's it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little video, and look for me coming up soon. I'll have something. I think I'm going to do a little something on the door and the porch railing. Okay, everybody, take care. I'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.